Alright, so I'm testing bone spawn versus blood spawn to make this fair and balanced. I'm using the no relics, so that way nobody can say relics were affecting anything. And I'm testing the 1 out of 10. Everything is 1 out of 10 here. 90%. The only thing that's The only thing that people might say is like, well, you're using 4 set pieces. The set pieces should, in theory, be the best in slot, considering the whole set revolves around their skill tree. Is my kind of argument to that, but yeah, I'm using Bone Conjurer's Mask, Judge, Jury, and Executioner, Bone Conjurer's Trophy, Tombstone, Cocoon of the Berserker, Wormclaw, Bone Conjurer's Grips, Lich Sash, Satanic Eye, which you want pretty much regardless of your build, and Bone Conjurer's Marchers with Wizard Potion. And as you can see, let me go ahead and start whacking it. See, DPS is still climbing, so we're not going to count it yet. Only when it peaks, that's when we count it. Because test dummies and the DPS counter are weird. So as you can see, we're capping out around 850-ish. And this is without runes as well. So you just put in a little bit of CDR runes, I guarantee you this build would get up to like 1 mil. I guarantee you it would easily get up to 1 mil with CDR runes to keep your Bone Storm constantly up. Guaranteed. So yeah, because we're capping out around 900k DPS. Which, not bad, you know? Considering this is supposedly one of the worst classes in the game. It's still not OP, but it'll get the job done. Especially considering you're getting 10% DR from Bone Storm, and you're getting the damage absorption from Mana Shield. So now let's go over to 10 out of 10s, 100%. Sure, it doesn't matter. Alright, so this is 10 out of 10, 100% bone spawn. And just in case you forgot or you didn't look at the earlier video, this is basically my build in game. Yeah, now we gotta say, you know what? No. We're doing this the wrong way. We need just to restart. No, we need to save and exit because that resets the DPS. This is in local. This isn't online. Just FYI. Alright. Now let's try this again. As you can see, we're already hitting the 3 mil mark. I'd say between 3.2 mil DPS. And like I said, if you put CDR runes in early, you'd get about 1 mil, so it's about a 2 mil increase going to max. Not even switching out CDR runes for something else since you have the CDR. But that's enough about Bone Spawn. Let's go over and meet the competitor. Blood Spawn. As you can see based on the screen, it's the same Satanics. The only thing that gets switched out is chest piece and boots. I'm using Arcane Marchers as my boots for this build. I'm using Devil's Grasp, Demon's Ribcage, Satan's Precious, which I'll be using the other one for 10 out of 10. Because this is supposed to be for max damage, and typically blood is a magic damage build. So I'm showing you, even if you just get a Satan's Precious, what the build can do at low end, and then at max, what you should be using a Devil's Gem, what it can do. And Heart of Agony. As you can see, they're all level 1 out of 10, 90%. As you can see, this is my blood build. You basically just focus these four, pour the rest in the mana shield. Typically, you still want to take these two. They don't seem like a lot, but 8% max health can be a lifesaver sometimes. Maybe not so in the absolute high end, but starting out, it'll be a huge lifesaver. Same with Ominous Presence. 8% damage with +2 is actually like 10-11% damage. That's a huge thing to add on top of everything else you're doing. This. And plus you never have to worry about mana because you have Mana Pull and Mana Devour regardless. So let's go over here. Let's make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Alright. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some boneheads first. Since we can do that. Alright. I'm trying to position it so the tendrils overlap for damage. So yeah, when tendrils overlap, you see we're still capping at around 700k DPS. Without tendril overlap, we're about 600k-ish at best. Yeah, I'd say about 600k-ish at best. Alright. And last but not least, we go over to 10 out of 10s. Now, if you're wondering what that break was, I'm writing down the numbers. And the descriptions, that way you can just go back and see the number difference. But yeah, I'm surprised because blood spawn got buffed and bone spawn didn't. So I'm honestly surprised bone spawn's basically beating blood spawn. Like I said, this isn't with peak satanics, but like I'm already dealing 300k more with random satanics on Bone Storm compared to blood tendrils. So I mean, and as we'll see here, let me go ahead and get my little guys out. Let tendril overlap. Going out to 1.4 mil. Going out to 1.9 mil. We broke 2 mil. Are we starting to cap out, maybe? Looks like 2.5 mil might be the best with tendril overlap. No, we're up to 2.6. 2.7. It looks like we cap at 2.7 without tendril overlap. Yeah, 2.7 with tendril overlap. And now let's back it up a little bit. So yeah, this build hits around 2.8 mil, so still 200k under Bone Storm. So they're both even towards the end game where basically everything's maxed. So if you want a safer build, you can go with Blood Spawn if you want, or you could still go with Bone Spawn. So it basically comes down to personal preference. And like I said, once I find the real satanics that I want to use for them, I'll probably update it with the real satanics they use and see what the real damage numbers are. But this is a good, basically, I don't know what satanics to use. I'm just going to throw random stuff on there. What's going to deal more damage, kind of, build, test. And that's it. I hope y'all enjoy. Hope you found it informative, and I'll see y'all next time.